Hello everyone. I am Meghna PS, working as an assistant professor in commerce, Government First Grade College, Bharamsagra. I am discussing about the subject financial markets and services in that module 5th mutual funds. In this session, I am discussing about evaluation of the performance of mutual funds. It is a continuation part of the previous session. The objective of this session is to know about the performance evaluation techniques of mutual funds. And by the end of this session, you are aware about the performance evaluation techniques of mutual funds. Let's take a quick recap of previous session. In the previous session, we learned 5 models for evaluating the mutual funds. In that, first one is Sharpe's model. In the Sharpe's model, he used the standard deviation for measuring the risk, and higher the Sharpe's, the better the performance. And in the trainer model, he used the market risk and represented by beta. Higher the trainer ratio, higher the performance of the mutual funds. In the Jensen model, he used the systematic risk for calculating the value of mutual funds. And in standard deviation measures the volatility of the funds, and compound annual growth rate, it considers the growth of funds for number of years. One of the method to measure the performance of mutual fund is alpha. Alpha refers to the return generated by the scheme over and above the return provided by the benchmark. Here, benchmark act as a standards. The return of the funds are compared with the benchmarks. Benchmarks are given by, there are various kinds of benchmark, Nifty, Sensex, BSE 200, like that. The benchmarks returns are compared with the actual returns of the funds. So this difference is represented by alpha. And an investment with an alpha greater than 0 has provided more return. Means alpha is more than 0 means the funds are performed better than the benchmark. If alpha is negative, in that sense, it is underperformed than the benchmark. Always the investors want to invest in the funds which has the higher alphas. Next technique of calculating the performance of mutual fund is beta. Beta is commonly used to measure the risk, and it is basically indicates the level of volatility associated with a fund as compared to the benchmark. In the beta, we are comparing with the benchmark itself, but we are comparing the risk here. The risk of actual mutual fund with the risk of benchmark. If beta value is more than 1, then it represents the higher risk. If beta value is equals to 1, it represents the average risk. If beta value is less than 1 means it has a low risk. In case of alpha, we are comparing the returns of benchmark, that is standards, to the actual return. In case of beta, we are comparing the risk of benchmarks to the risk of actual funds. Next method is R-square. In R-square, it measures the correlation of funds movement to an index. R-square describes the level of association between the fund's volatility and the market risk. Here, in case of R-square, the fund's volatility is compared with the market risk, and correlation is calculated between the fund's volatility and market risk. By the calculating the correlation, we can establish whether there is an association between these two or not. Next one is expense ratio. The expense ratio is the management fees or other fees charged by asset management company for the scheme. So in the expense ratio, we consider the expenses incurred for the scheme. The expenses may be management fees or other fees which are charged by the asset management company. So here in expense ratio, we are going to calculate the ratio of total expenses of the fund to the average net asset of the fund. So the ratio is going to be find out between the total expenses made to the scheme and average net asset value of the fund. If there is a major expenses means the higher the expense ratio, the investors expenses are more towards that scheme. So it has a greater importance as it impacts to take home returns. If expense ratio is more means the take home returns are less. If expense ratio is less means the take home returns are more. Let's see other parameters of performance. First one is compare the scheme with benchmark. For individual schemes, there is a benchmark which is stated in the offer document. SEBI had made it mandatory to the fund houses that in the offer document, they have to mention the benchmark. There are various benchmarks like Nifty, Census, BSE 200 like this. So, the returns of the fund has to compare with the benchmark. By that, if the returns is more than the benchmark or standards, then it is performing better. The next one is compare the scheme with other funds of same category. Apart from comparing the scheme with a benchmark, one has to calculate the category average returns and has to compare the schemes. Here when taking the category, so it should be of same category. We cannot compare the large cap companies to mid cap companies. Like that, same cap companies has to be categorized and calculate the values. Next one is studying the rolling return. Here, rolling return in the sense the return need to be calculated on day wise or week wise or 3 months once or monthly wise has to be calculated. So in the short period, we can evaluate the volatility of that funds by calculating the rolling return. If it is more volatile or less volatile, it can be judged by the investor by calculating the rolling return. Next one is check the portfolio diversification. SEBI has mandated that every fund houses has to mail the portfolio diversification to the unit holders monthly wise. So the investor has to check the portfolio diversification of their investments, whether it is biased or non-biased to the particular sector can be known by checking the portfolio diversification. Next one is liquidity of the portfolio. Liquidity means which can be easily converted into cash. The liquid funds which is having a large turnover ratio means they are performing better. So these are the some other parameters to evaluate the performance of mutual funds. Let's sum up this session. In this session, we discussed about a few methods of evaluating the performance of mutual funds. In this session, we discussed alpha, which measures the returns generated over and above the benchmark, wherein beta measures the risk with the benchmark risk, and R square measures the correlation between the market risk and funds volatility, and expense ratio measures the ratio between the total expenses to the average net asset of the fund, and also we discussed various other parameters to evaluate the mutual funds. These are the references for your further reading. I hope you learned the concepts of measuring the mutual fund performance. Thank you all.